Sounded like you recognised that one, Louis.
Oh, I did. Divine Comedy.
Yes,
Something in the
Louis.
Woodshed.
Yes,
Great tune. Love that
Louis.
tune.
Yeah.
Or I used to. God, that went a bit dark at the end.
Yes.
What was that lyric? I didn't quite... It was something about she woke up and he'd gone with her wallet and all her money or something.
He went down to the woodshed. They came down hard on his head, gagged and bound and left for dead. When he woke, she was gone with his car and all his money.
Oh my... I never noticed that before. I thought it was a fun little...
No.
I mean, the Divine Comedy, their tunes are sort of funny. So
Yeah.
I presume that they sort of wrote this for a laugh and it's sort of...
I'd imagine so, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I
So it's about a guy trying to seduce a woman. So it's a bit dodgy anyway.
okay.
But she tricks him into
Okay.
asking him to go down, saying, "Oh, there's something in the woodshed. Do you want to come down?" And he's basically his second brain leads him down to the woodshed. And upon entering, he's knocked unconscious by her and her accomplices. Then they steal his car and his money.
Right. So in a way, it's sort of he's had his comeuppance.
Yeah.
Although, hey, what had he done wrong? He just seduced her.
Yeah, I mean, he was like sort of a slimy guy trying to say, "Oh, do you want something for the weekend?" Just as in,
I mean, wasn't that
just like a what,
That's what barbers used to say, didn't they, when they were selling condoms in a barber
something
shop?
for the
Do you want
weekend.
something for the
There you go.
weekend?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's
So
like
he
just
was
casual sex, Louis.
right. But perhaps he was being a bit creepy.
Yeah.
And then
And she said, "Oh, I
he
know
got
what.
mugged.
I know. I've got his number." Well, I mean, they're both, both doing wrong. But although she is a thief and a criminal,
and he's a creep.
and he's a
Well,
creep. Yeah.
There's that old saying, isn't there? You can con anyone but an honest man.
Yeah.
What was going through my head was, right, that line,
Yeah.
there's something in the woodshed.
Yes.
Now, my brother was in a play called Cold Comfort Farm, and in that there was an old granny who used to say that. She used to sit in a rocking chair going, "There'll be something nasty, nasty down in the woodshed." So do you think they got that line from there?
Well, I'd say very probably, yeah. It's a very famous book, isn't it, and film.
We as kids,
Play,
after my cousins saw that play, and then after that, apparently for like a week, they would just spend the whole week going, "There's something nasty in the woodshed," because they had a woodshed. But yeah. So, well, despite that, I love that tune. That is one of my favourite tunes ever. Actually, has been, and I don't think it's been marred by knowing the actual lyrics.
Darker than you thought, but not too creepy, not enough to put you
Yes, correct.
off.
And also, I mean, they're called the Divine Comedy.
Even though
I think
was
it's a funny tune.
There was assault and theft, and he was knocked unconscious. So pretty.
Yeah,
You don't know what other brain damage he might have got from being knocked out.
Well, it's a story, isn't it? It's a cartoon type story. I don't think it's based on historical fact.
Could be, Louis. You don't know.
Well, I mean, it could be. I mean,
Even if it's not true, you're going to happily sing along about this guy being knocked out.
You think devil's advocate.
Lost all his money, his car.
What do you think of this tune?
He probably has kids to.
I bet you like the tune, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I could play the same game on you. Why are you listening to it?
1996, Louis, from the album Casanova. It was the first single from that album. Reached number 14 in the charts. But then, and this is luck. This is how you get lucky. The song it became a hit later when Chris Evans heard it at a friend's party, and then he played it on his radio show the following Monday.
Well,
I need Chris Evans to hear some. Well, maybe not Chris Evans now. Does Chris Evans still have a radio show?
last time I checked, he still had a radio show, but I don't know.
See? Yeah, luck, and a good song.
Yeah, like I think you need both talent and luck. Although, I don't know if it's still he would still have that same impact, would he? Isn't there more grassroots thing or more like social media? I don't know.
I think he was on Radio 1 at the time, wasn't he? I think back in '96.
That sounds about right. Yeah. So I mean, massive.
I think he did the same for Cooler Shaker. I think he heard that randomly and played it, and also Ocean Colour Scene.
Right.
And then obviously used that on TFI Friday.
Yeah. So all you need to do then is gate crash parties where you think famous radio DJs will be
And play it.
Sneak your tune onto the party playlist. Have some talent.
Yeah.
And also you need radio DJs to be as popular
Maybe
as
I
they
should
used to
try
be.
and get DJ slot at the Groucho and then just play just my music until someone complains.
That that is the
until
sort of
either
thing you
someone
would do.
complains or comes out and said, "What's this great song?"
One or the other. I mean, it's not too.
That's not a bad idea, is it?
If
Might do
anyone's
that.
watched the music video to Alchemy Rose by Nigel Thomas, I mean, the music video is pretty much that, isn't it?
Yeah. Rejection. Bittersweet rejection.
Yeah.
Have you had a chance to think of any times that you were creepy?
I haven't been thinking about it, to be honest. But I gave you a couple earlier. I don't know if those are.
No, those were not good enough, Louis. Not good enough.
I mean,
good enough, Louis.
I don't think I'm a creepy person, you know.
Maybe you haven't been.
Well, yeah, I don't.
Either that or you're in denial.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these creepy things are like older people taking.
I could message your girlfriend now, and I'm sure she'll have a story or two that she can send me, and then we can include it.
I mean,
in the
she
end.
calls me awkward. I'm definitely an awkward person.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you can tell from this conversation. This conversation. Well, have you been? Go on, right? Go on. You tell us some story about being creepy.
Well, I told that story a few podcasts ago, asking my friend to pass a note to the girl saying that I like you. Roundly rejected.
Yeah. Well, if you ever watch a romantic comedy film, like a Hollywood romantic comedy, those are the creepiest. But that's the creepiest babe you'll see. Like, name anyone, any romantic comedy.
When Harry Met Sally.
When Harry Met Sally. Okay, right. Not anyone. That's all right. I can't think of any particular creepy behaviour.
Apart from that, what have the Romans done for us, Louis?
But apart from that, right now, what's one way, because a lot of them are just about men following women around and then doing these grand romantic gestures, and then the women eventually sort of relent and decide to marry them or go out with them, whatever. But you're like, what's one way the men have done something? 4 Weddings of Fury wasn't too creepy.
After making this big statement, you now can't think of a single example.
Right, here's one. 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, I can't remember anything about that.
Well, it's like high school sort of, romantic comedy, and then there's not River Phoenix, but one of them. One of
those actor types.
Hollywood, slightly cool movie star died of drug overdose.
Yeah.
Played the Joker. Who's that?
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger, right, there he is. And he does this really over top romantic gesture where the girl he fancies, she's like a cheerleader or something on the high school football field. He starts singing this song. He does this karaoke version of "I Love You, Baby" in front of the whole school. I think he has the mic going. Imagine if that happened at your school.
Sounds romantic. Was that creepy?
Or creepy. Or weird.
Just singing a song to a girl is creepy.
Yeah, but in this massive, in front of the whole school, embarrassing her and embarrassing yourself.
Yeah, but she can just walk away. Can't she?
I suppose she could, yeah. Okay, that's not the best example. What's the one where men have properly creepy followed women around in a romantic comedy?
I don't know, you'll have to look up your video collection to...
Right, well, I was in a pub recently and someone said that, but I can't think of any actual... There's tons. Right in this list, there's tons of examples.
So this isn't even your own opinion?
I don't really watch a lot of...
There was a big train sketch about that, about some guy who passes off an opinion and then everyone disagrees with him. We'll watch it after. I'll include it in the notes.
Right on.
Have a look at the notes and you'll see that this is exactly what Louis just done. Yeah?
She would have been...
Big train sketch. I'll include it in the notes.
You have to be... Right, hang on. Romantic comedy, I can do this. Sleepless in Seattle. Doesn't he move town for her? Okay, that's not that creepy. What about ones where men turn up at work? Wasn't there what? There was one where she's a teacher and the boyfriend turns up at school, goes into the class and starts singing. Why do birds suddenly appear?
I think singing is not too...
Yeah, but in front of the class of kids, I can't. Yeah. What movie? I forget.
But she could call security and have him escorted off the premises.
Well, she should have done, and in real life, people probably would.
Well, there you go. Or unless she was happy about it.
Well,
it's hardly rubbing yourself up against someone on the underground, is it?
Well, yeah, that's creepy.
Which is rightly frowned upon these days.
And illegal.
Yeah. Just don't touch, Louis. Don't touch. Time for one more song. which I think you'll know, and I think this is your kind of music, Louis, because it's pretty terrible. And we'll see what you think about this song. Here we go, Louis. Are you ready?
Yes.